So yeah, if you take any website, suppose this is the website that we need to validate what all the content that is present in the website, what all the content that needs to be displayed in the website is displaying or not. So I need to check whether this header Guru 99 bank is is available or not. Whether it is displayed, is displayed methods will be using is displayed method. So user ID, same, the user ID, U capital ID should be in capital letters. So I need to check whether user ID is in the expected format or not. And I need to check whether I can able to edit, enter the message in the edit box, user ID edit box. And I should be able to check whether this message is present or not. Same thing. So login button is available, reset button is available or not. So like that. We need to validate all the things. So for that purpose, we use assertions. Okay. So let's start using it. Then we'll come to know how to use it and why we are using it. Okay. So we already developed our Selenium right here. Inquiry form check. Okay. Click inquiry form. Before clicking the inquiry form, I want to check whether it is available or not. Okay, inquiry form link is available or not, or button is available or not. Okay, so inquiry form. So what I'll do, whatever the validations that I'm doing, will be doing in the page class itself. Whatever the methods that I want to write, right? All the methods will be written here itself, right? So what we need to do, inquiry form. Inquiry form dot. Okay. What is the method do you think to get the message of inquiry form? What method we can use? I want to check. 1 second. So I want to get this inquiry now. Inquire now, and compare with this inquire now. So I need to get this inquire now, which is present here. And while I'm asserting and while I'm validating it, I should compare with this inquire now. So we know inquire now should be in capital letters. Okay. Because we came to know while we are testing it in manual, and that should be in the capital letters. So we got it in the requirement, and it should be in the capital letters. So now I need to validate it manually. Manual testing, I already done manual testing. Now I need to automate all the page. So now what I'll do, I'll write inquiry form dot. So I'll write a separate method to get the text. I'll add one more method. So get text. Inquire now. Get text of inquire now. Okay, so inquiry form dot get text. We have the option get text. So this will do the text of this one. will get the text of this one. Okay, get text will give the text. So let us call this method here in the test class, inquiry form dot get text now. So I need to assert this message, assertion, assert dot assert equals. Okay, assert dot assert equals. So this is the way assert dot assert equals will be using to compare the message. So assert dot assert equals. Can you see assert dot assert equals? What are the parameters that we need to pass here? Long expected, long actual, right? Long expected, long actual. This is long expected. Okay. What is the actual message? That is, you know, right? In the test cases, I told you about expected result, actual result, right?
Yes.
So here, what is the actual result? So here, see, actual. Automatically, it is coming actual. So should be in capital letters. Okay, I can pass the message as well here. What message? So not matching. Let me we'll pass the message later. Okay. Okay. We need to return the object here. Why we need to return? Why we need to return here? I'll use string because string will be returning. Okay. So I'll use return here. Because I need to get the text from here, right? We need to use the return instead of void. Are you agreeing with me?
Yes. Void won't return. That's
Yeah.
why.
So here this will return inquire now message text. Inquire now text. So that text will be coming here. Inquire now text will be coming here. And it is comparing with this one, inquiry now. So let me try to pass the message here. Oh, no. It is taking expected 1 second. Okay. Let's for now let it be here like this. So what it will do, I'll get the text from the website by using this method and check whether this text is matching with this text. Okay, if this text is not matching, then the test case will fail. That means there is some error on the website. Okay, so let me run now. I'll keep debug method here. I'll keep debug here and we'll see what message we are gonna get. I'm running it in debug mode. Okay, here it is. It has stopped here because we kept the debug mode here. And I'll try to evaluate this. What is the message here displaying? So evaluate, we need to use this one, evaluate expression. Just we need to select whatever the message that we want to verify, just select it and click on evaluate expression. It will give the result. See, result is inquire now. Okay, we are getting the text from the website, which is inquire now. Okay, so it is returning. This is returning inquiry now. This method is returning inquiry now. So I'll continue. So it is here now. It is comparing whether here what we are getting here, inquiry now text is coming right from the method. So it is comparing with the actual result. So now, yeah, it is pass. So that's why it is going to the next step. So I'm completing this test. So it is pass. Okay. So inquiry now is assert equals. If I want to compare assert equals. Assert true is there. One more thing. Assert dot assert true. Assert true. So it will give the Boolean result. Okay. That means whatever the method that we are writing here. Suppose I want to weld it. If I want to write a Boolean method, we need to write a Boolean method because that should give the result. Return should be true or false. Okay. So if you want to write the Boolean method, we need to use Boolean here. Return will be is displayed. I'll check whether it is displayed or not. Okay, I need to change the method. Is inquiry now displayed? Okay. I have written the method. This will give the result whether it is true or false. If it is displayed, it will give the result true. If it is not displayed, it will give the result false. Okay, I'll write the method here. I'll check before I get the text. I will before I get the text, I'll try to check whether it is displayed or not. Actual result should be true. So no need to do anything because we already comparing with true. If this one if it is gives true, then this step will pass. If it is false, then it will give the it will fail. The test case will fail here itself. Okay, now let's check here what is the I'll remove this debug point. I'll keep the debug point here, and I'll check what is the result it is giving here. Is displayed method. To check whether it is present or not, we are going to use is displayed method. Okay. To get the text, we are using get text method. Okay. Now I'll try to run it in the debug mode. So I'll select this one and I'll check. I'll evaluate what is the result it is giving. It is giving true. See, the result is true. So we already comparing with true only, right? Assert true. We are already comparing with true. So this should pass now. So let's go to this step. Okay. Then if I go to the next step, so it is pass. This test is pass. Suppose let us assume that I have kept it is, I'll change it to let me complete this test. So what I'll do, I'll keep assert false. Instead of true, I'll keep assert false. Have assert true and assert false. Okay. So if I give the assert false, but what is the message here we are getting? Whether whether it is true or false? What we are getting from this method?
Inquiry now we are getting.
No. Inquiry form page dot is inquiry now displayed. Is this is returning the true or false?
It's true.
True, right? So now we are asserting with false. So what should happen here now? If I run, what will happen here?
Will give null
Sorry,
null result.
no. Test will fail because the assertion is wrong. Here it is expecting false result, but we are getting true. So the test will fail here itself on the 13th line. Okay, let me run this test. So the test has failed. See, because can you go down and assertion error. So whatever the assertions that we are giving is not meeting the meeting. So that's why we are getting assertion error. Okay. So if any assertion fails, if anything is not meeting with the requirement, then it will fail because we are expecting here false, but we are getting true. So now I'll change it to true here. So this will work. Now we need to know few more things here in the method. So in the page class. So what I want to do, I need to check what is the font size of this one. You know, right? Font size. We need to check the font size. Okay. What is the font size of this text? So to check the font size, we need to go to computer. Okay. Here you can see the font size of that particular text. Font size is 15 pixel. Font weight is 600. What is the color of the text? Color of the text is this one. RGB 03989. Okay. How to get these values from here? I need to get these values: color, font size, font weight. Okay. And I need to compare these results. So sometimes this color might be changing it while something they are changing, while the developers might be changing something, and this enquire now might be changed. Font size might be changed, font weight might be changed, color might be changed. So that's why we want to keep text checking whether the font size is 15 pixels or not, font weight is 600, and font color is so and so. Okay, so for that purpose, we will write separate methods for checking font size, font weight, and color of the text. So I'll write public string because all has to return something, right? So we are expecting to return the string value. Okay, because 16 pixels is string, 15 pixels is string because px is the px we have words, and 600 we can make it as integer return, and color should be string. So get font size. Get enquire now font size. I am writing method to get the font size. Okay, so how to get it? How to get it? So I'm using the same XPath. Okay, whatever the XPath that I have written for inquiry now, I'm using the same XPath for all the methods that I have written until now. Okay, because that is the one which is identifying the inquire now text. So we want to get all of them in the same for the same text. So inquiry form now dot CSS text value, CSS get CSS value. So this is the method that we use to get the font size, font color, font size, font weight, and color. Okay, this is the method. Get CSS value is the method we use to get the font size, weight, and color. So here we need to pass font size. So here don't do mistake. Here whatever the font size that is there, right? We need to pass the same way. Font size. Okay, font size. So this one has to return, right? This is a return method because we are using strings to be written by this method. So this will return the font size of the enquire now. So now I'll write one more method to return the weight. That is integer, right? It is returning 600, right? So I'll use integer return value. Get enquire now font weight. So it has to return so enquiry form dot get CSS value. So it is returning only string. Get CSS value is returning string. See, if you see it is get CSS value is returning the string value. So get CSS. See, string property name. Get CSS method is expecting only the string value. So what you do if it is expecting only string? Okay, what you are what you can do if it is coming as a string? It is expecting only the string value. So what is this? Font weight, right? Okay. Font weight, WIG. So why it is throwing an error? Because it is expecting string. We have provided string, but we are required type is int. We are sent return type as int, but it is expecting string, provided string here because we are providing string value. Okay, we need to change this one to integer. How to change the integer? We have a method integer dot parse int. So this is the one we have. Integer is a class and parse int is the method. So what will happen? This whatever the value that we are getting is in the string format, that will be converted into int. Okay, integer is a string, parse int is a method. So this will be converting the value which is coming here as a string into integer. Okay, I have written for font weight and font size. I need to get the color. Public color is a string, right? So I'll be giving the string value get enquiry now color. Return. So enquiry form dot get CSS value. We need to pass color. So here COLOR. So this will from here we'll get, this is the DOM, right? DOM, document object model. All the document object, all the elements will be present in the DOM. So here the color which is coming will be coming from DOM. Okay. So this is where we validate whether the font size, font weight, and color are matching or not. So to verify this one, I'll write a I'll call these methods and I'll assert it. So before I get the message, I'm gonna give assert equals assert equals inquiry form page dot get inquire now font size. What is the font size we are expecting here? In pixel. Okay. Then assert equals inquiry form page dot get inquiry now color. What is the color that we are expecting here? What is the color? RGB. This is the color, right? So I'll copy this one, or I'll pass RGB. $039.89. This is the color that we are expecting for that inquiry text. Okay. Assert equals inquiry form page dot font weight, right? Get font weight. So font weight, how much is that? 600. Okay. Now I'll run this test case. Why it is failing? Because expected is RGBA 039.89.1, but actually is RGB 39.89. So from here it is coming RGB 039.89.1, but whatever the value we are expecting is actual value is R0 RGB 039.89. So normally what happens, right? It will be added one here for the color. Okay, RGBA. It will be in the RGBA. So what we'll do normally, so we don't want to get confused with this. So what we'll do, we'll convert this one to hexadecimal color. Okay. So here to convert that one to hexadecimal, okay. CSS value dot convert this one to hexadecimal. Okay. Now 1 second. I forgot the method name. 1 second. So convert hexa to here string current URL color dot from string color dot as hexa. So dot as hexa. Okay. So what we'll do, we'll assign it to string with the variable, any variable, color is equal to, okay. I'm assigning it to variable color dot as Let me use here. For now, let it be like this. Return element. I'll be returning the element. I'll tell you. Give me return. I'm returning the element. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll change it to RGBA slash RGBA comma. What should it be? It should be like this, right? So it will clearly tell us what exactly we are expecting and what is the actual value. So this assertions will throw an error like this. Okay. So now I'll run. Say the test case has passed because all the assertions has been correct. Okay. Give me 1 second. Are you clear until here? Are you clear? No?
But has to practice.
Sorry?
Clear but practice. A words good to call ending assertion false.
Mm. Yeah. That you need to practice. Okay. So until here, this is the one. So I'm telling the assertions, and at the same time I'm giving different methods that we have in our Selenium. Okay, different methods that we have. Get CSS value is the method that we use to get the font size, font weight, color. Okay, whether it is having any border line. So any related CSS values. So whether it is having borderline or not. So like that we will to get it. So these are the values that we can get it. Box sizing, color, cursor, display, fill. So these are all the values that we can get it by using the CSS text. Get CSS value. Okay, by using the get CSS value method, we can get all the CSS values that are present here. So these are all the values that we can get it. Okay, so and get text is used to get the text of the value, get text from the website. Already we know click. Okay, and we need to know few more methods. So we have inquired here now. So once we click on this one, the same thing we can get the placeholder. What is the placeholder value here? Name, right? we need to validate whether the placeholder is present in the name field. We need to validate whether the placeholder is present in the phone number. Placeholder should be displayed. Phone number should be there on the phone number field. Your desired measure should be displayed on the your desired measure field. This is the placeholder message. We need to validate whether the placeholder message is displayed on that particular edit box or not. Okay. How to validate that one? We need to get this one, name. This name. We need to check whether this name is displayed, whether this phone number is displayed, whether your desired measure is displayed, email is displayed, message is displayed. That is the requirement that we need, that we'll get. So if name is not displayed in this field, then there is a bug in our test. You know, right? This will call it as a placeholder. So if I inspect an element here, what is the placeholder? Name. Okay. You need to check whether the placeholder value is present or not. So same, we need to get the text. Get text. We use get text to get the name of the placeholder. Okay, anything, if we want to get any text, we need to use get text method. So I want to check whether this message is present or not. So I need to get this text. I need to right click on this one. Then I can see header, class name is present. Okay, you can use this class name and get the message of this one by using the get text method and assert it with the actual value. We know actual value. What is the actual value that it is to be displayed? We'll come to know by in the requirement. Any doubts? Can you able to do this one? Placeholder, can you get the placeholder, phone number, your desired measure, email and message? You need to validate these placeholders are present or not. Can you do it by yourself? This has a assignment. Okay.
Okay.
So what else we can discuss? So what else we have in the assertion? Let us check here what all the assertions that we have in the. What are the different types of assert equal, assert true we have done. Assert dot, assert equals already done. Assert true, assert false. Assert array equals. So whatever the array, so expected array and actual array, that we need to get array, whatever the value that we are getting is in the array format and actual array. So we need to pass the arrays here. We'll check that one. Boolean we can do like this, or whatever the method, assert false or assert true. Assert equals we can use to check the Boolean value whether it is true or false by passing here actual value to true. So that way we can assert equals can be used to check the Boolean value. So in the actual field we need to pass whether it is true or false. Okay. Assert not equals. So this is opposite. So suppose we are expecting the message should not be equal to the message, then we can use assert not equals. Okay. Assert array equals. array is we are expecting where two arrays are matching. Assert not null. Whatever the, so if I want to check whatever the, if I am getting some message, some text from the website, okay, and that there the text value should not be null. That means it should not be empty. Okay, suppose I'm getting the length of the suppose I'm getting the font size of font weight of the text, then that should not be null. Okay, if it is not null means if it is not 0. Okay, not null, so it should not be null. Assert not same. So same, assert not equals and assert not same is same. Okay, assert null. We are checking that the value should be null. Whatever the value that we are getting it from the text should be null. So that means it should be 0. Assert same. This is assert equals and assert same is same. Assert that means here we are actually actual value, present value matching with the other matching. So this one we'll use tomorrow. Okay, assert match, assert that. That's it. These are the methods that we have in the assert. Anything, any doubts until here? Not only this class, previous classes. Are able to do this one until base test, inquiry form page, inquiry form test? Have we created this one? Everyone? Yes, no. I'm going to increase this framework now. So now we are passing this one here, right? We are passing this. This we'll call it as a hard coded. Okay. This one, whatever the values that we are passing on the methods, that we'll call it as a hard coded. So get URL. I am passing this URL directly like this in the code. I should not pass like this. Okay. I'm not supposed to pass the values like this in the code. Always it should be dynamic. So this value, whatever the value that I'm using here, URL, that should come from one of the file. Okay. For that purpose, we'll be using JSON file. Okay. From JSON file, we'll be getting this URL. So for that purpose, what I'll do, I'll create a method. Okay. I'll create one method and just I need to pass like this base URL. This will fetch from the external file which we have created. Whether it is JSON, we can get it from JSON, we can get it from Excel, we can get it from Word, or we can get it from Notepad. Okay, so tomorrow I'll be discussing about files. Okay, how to create an Excel, how to write the data in the Excel, how to delete the records in the Excel, how to compare two Excels. Okay, how to get the data from the JSON. These are the things that we are going to discuss in the next week. Okay, so if I show here we have created a JSON file. QA.json, all the URLs and all the data that we are passing is coming from here. Okay, this is for QA, this is for staging. We have two environments, one is QA and the other one is staging. So we'll be getting, each QA will be having different URLs and staging will be having different URLs. So all the URLs are coming from here. All the passwords, username, passwords, run ID, Tesco club card, everything, show ID, everything will be coming from here. So nothing is passing. So if we take any of the test here or base test, we don't have any hard coded. So here go to browser.go to base URL. This base URL is coming from the JSON file here. So here I have initialized base URL. So we have created a method. We have created a class here. This is the class. This class will read the URLs that are present in QA.json or staging.json. So under this class, we have created all the methods to call the URLs. Get base URL is the method that will call the base URL. This is the path that we are passing to get from the JSON file. So this will be done on Monday using the JSON. Then we'll discuss about the files folders, like how to create Excel, how to write the data in the Excel, how to compare the data from two Excels. So this thing. So by the time we finish our course, it will be like this. Our framework will be like this many. So we'll be using the environment variables where we are passing the data. We'll be using the source so that we can run it. So if I want to run it, this one, just I'll click. So all the tests, these are all the tests that I have created. So these are all, if you go here, tests under pages, tests. Okay, 1 second. Under pages, under tests, sorry. Under tests, I have home page. So these are all the tests that I have. I have created a suite, Chrome full suite. So all the tests that are present here will be added here. So I can run all the tests at a time. Run. So this will run all the tests at a time. So whether you want to run it in parallel or whether you want to run it one by one, that depends. So if you want to run all the tests in parallel, then we can run it in parallel. So it will multiple times. We can keep the threads, number of threads it has to run, whether it has to run 3 threads, 4 threads, 5 threads. That depends on the test that we are going. So this way we will be creating a suite. That suite we can run it whenever we want. We can create smoke suite, we can create full suite. So we can create for mobile. I'll show you how to automate mobile browsers as well. Okay. So and API calls. You know anything about API? Postman? Yeah. So I'll discuss about some API calls also. I'll discuss about the Postman also. So you can keep it in the resume. I know about the Postman, so you can create the framework. You know about the API calls. So we'll be hitting the API calls normally from the Postman. Okay. We can even automate this one in the Postman, or we can use Java to automate this API calls. Okay, when we discuss about the Postman, you'll come to know what is meant by API and all. So here we have created enums. We need to discuss about enums. We have created exceptions. We need to discuss about the exceptions. Okay. Then so whatever the methods like this, that we'll discuss, models and all that we'll discuss. So these are all the way. So finally, by the time we get, so once it is done, we can create a Jenkins pipeline where it will run automatically every day. So this is the cycle. So every day night it will run this test. So it will give the results. So this is pipeline setup. So we normally we pass all the suits and we'll run it every day in the morning 3 o'clock. And we'll next day morning we'll come and check what all the tests passed and what all the tests failed, why it got failed, what is the reason, whether it is due to our code or whether it is due to the application issue. So these are all the failures that we have. And out of 18, 8 tests got failed. So it is for mobile browser. So like this, we will set up a Jenkins pipeline setup. So with this, everything will be done. So hopefully I'll finish it off this, and we need to discuss about collections also. Hopefully I'll try to finish it by end of this month. Otherwise, I'll take one more week, December 1st week. Okay. That's it. Thank you for today's class. We'll discuss. We'll connect on Monday. Try to practice whatever